on? Where's Professor Joe and Professor Eric? And we're just coming back Wednesday doing another Gracie Jiu Jitsu video. And the last week we talked about just finding the head and arm everywhere.
Yep.
Head and arm for punch defense, head and arm in the mount, from the bottom of the mount, head and arm defending crossbody, all that stuff.
Yep.
And if you want to take a look at that, it was just in last week's video, so just go ahead and head over to our YouTube channel and you can find it right away there. But today we wanted to use like one clear way. How can you use the head and arm to escape or reverse the position? So first we'll just cover kind of what we're talking about. So the idea here is if I'm passing Professor Eric's guard, doesn't really matter the way. Let's turn this way.
This one? Sure.
Yeah, just for a second. Doesn't matter which way I pass his guard, whether to do an underpass, overpass, pass from half guard. But the idea is at some point he either gives up or he loses the battle for the underhook, right? Because ideally he would like to have the underhook on me and be in a strong defensive position when I get to crossbody, but sometimes we don't have that luxury. So we're going to kind of capitalize on that. So let's say I take the underhook from half guard and I want to either bring my arm over the head or pike up. So immediately he's going to control the arm and the head and put weight on it. So now there's no way I can lift with all my body weight. I can try to punch, but there's no way I can recover the position. Here we'll do it from this side, just so they can see. So I'm passing, I take the underhook. See, I want to control this arm, but so does he. So there's two battles. The underhook here and this arm. A lot of people fight for the leg.
Yep, that's not.
But if he fights for the leg, the arm is easy to gain, right? So he sees my arm, he immediately takes control, and he's putting weight here. I like to think about, like a lot of times we do this in crossbody, and I think the beginner mistake is they pull the person onto him.
Yep.
People will hold the neck.
Yep, kind
and
of like this.
Yeah, and all he's doing is just adding my body weight to his own. So there's got to be like, I think about a diagonal line. I don't know.
Well, and it's a lot of it is you think about like, right? A good way to think about this is we're at a 90-degree angle all the time. It's a pain in the butt to bring my knee inside, and he has a lot of counters. So, but if I can use this arm correctly, I can start straightening out our lines a lot, and then it's really easy. It's just a little move, and so I can still have that arm position right there. You saw like what happened too when we're in a half guard right there, and you brought up a really good point. Is if he's laying on me right here, he's not getting out of this head and arm. So what he did was he started putting pressure and like trying to get his head back up, and that was like exactly when I'm going to start bringing that knee back inside. So it's really tough.
So let's talk about it, a couple mechanics from crossbody,
Sure.
just to make it really easy so you guys can see. So it's kind of nebulous, right? Like let's hold the head and arm, but what can we really do from there? So same thing in crossbody. There's often a battle for the underhook, right? Yep. So I win that. I somehow sneak this in, but see now he's still controlling his arm. So most people are going to try to go to some kind of scarf hold position. They're going to try to hold the elbow, try to step over, right? I want to advance so I can isolate the head and shoulders, get to the chokes, get to the arm bars, right? Well, when he puts weight on my neck, see, I'm still belly down. Even if I have weight here, now I'm going to try to turn towards your head. He's not going to let me. Okay, so now I'm going to turn and scissor. See, I can't even get, oh man. Yeah, I feel like 100% of your body weight on top of me. There's no way to get under the elbow. I'm so folded. So this is kind of where everything comes out of, right? Yep. Like, I have two options here, right? One is I really force my way forward. Yep. What would you do here? I don't know.
So go ahead.
Yeah, flip, easy. That's it. Almost like a harpoon sweep or a hip sweep.
Yeah.
My second option is I feel so uncomfortable.
Then you back up.
I try to back up. I try to turn back. Right. So we're here. I started to turn. He puts 100% of weight on. And now I feel this is a trap. So a lot of people put their hand down. And now I'm going to turn back. And that's exactly when you're going to let the knee come inside.
Yeah, and this is, I remember we were in Virginia at one of Pedro's seminars, and Rylan Nazar is a really great black belt.
Yeah, Rylan's out of Hawaii. He owns Gracie Techniques. Really awesome individual, good coach.
And he had a really good point on this too, and I don't use this quite as much, but to avoid like you swimming inside, I don't remember if you remember that Or he was coming this way. Oh, sorry, man.
Just adjusted my neck.
Sorry, brother. I apologize.
You got it.
But see, like now it's very hard to find that inside line.
Yeah.
So you could use it this way. You could use it this way too. And this even is, it's hard for him to punch me right here because of the shoulder too. I think because the arm doesn't work that.
Well, the thing is, let's say I swim inside.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, you just cracked my neck a bit. I think it's all right. Steven Seagal, dude. Steven Seagal. Let's say there's a little space, but put this pressure on.
Yeah.
See, my head is so low.
Yeah.
In order to get my hand here, what am I going to do? I'm going to move again.
Yep.
And the knee is just going to come in. So no matter what direction I go, you're ahead of the reaction just because of the position.
For sure.
The other thing, like I'm smaller, so like a lot of times when somebody larger gets in my crossbody, like I have good frames, like we'll just do it from this side here. I can keep my shoulder up because of my foot here.
Yeah.
And my elbow covers my lungs. We've talked about this before. So if he drives with his frog feet and all his weight, it's uncomfortable, but I can breathe relatively easily. But the more I move around, this frame, now I'm carrying all your weight. It's going to get tougher. So the key here is not to pull them on top of you, but to turn. I think of pointing my fingertip at the ground. Here, this way.
Mm-hmm.
So if you start to put me in crossbody, I catch the arm and I go across, like I'm going to touch my hand here. So now my elbow is on top of his collarbone. Yeah. So now if he tries to advance, I don't feel any weight on me at all. Like let's go to the side here real quick. See, I push with my left leg into my left hand and bridge a little bit. And now you can't connect your chest to my chest.
Nope.
So for him to put any weight on me, it's null and void. So it's also becomes a good position. Not only can I not get punched, but I feel really comfortable. I feel like, I can breathe.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm just going to wait and see what you do. If you try to advance, flip, if you back up, then
for sure. And you can even think of the backing up principle can easily like come off that here like this too. Like if he gets here, because once he gets me, my head down here and this is here. This is a crowded way to try to get in through this hole right here.
Oh, here?
Yeah, it's for me to get the in. So see, when I back up to try to do that, it's exactly when he's going to get his knees back inside right there. It's a really good. You think about it, like for me to pummel in that inside position, you got to have a little bit of space. If there's no space, the only way to do it is to create space yourself. Yeah,
I think this is a really good position to play with.
For sure.
Because we always talk about that in jiu-jitsu, that we want to create discomfort or struggle in the partner.
Yep.
Right? If you get them struggling, that means they're behind.
Yep.
So it's not even a lot of muscle, it's just dead weight over the neck. But now you have to react to it, because how are you going to go anywhere else? And it's just one way the person on the bottom can start to control the person on top who's supposed to be in the superior.
And you'll see, it's crazy, because you see there's a lot of people out there on YouTube, a lot of people out there, a lot of good people too, I'm not saying anything, but it's very common to see people with they can have a black belt guard and be white belts in any sort of defensive position like a crossbody or a mat. Just have no idea you see it all the time. As in a defensive standpoint, like how they're going about trying to like make that a strong position for themselves just completely backwards.
Yeah. Well, we get in the strong position and we want to stay there.
Yep.
Right? So to work on this, you gotta let people put you in crossbody.
Yep.
And they're gonna win that battle. You might miss the neck, they arm lock you, they choke you, they step over to mount. Hey buddy, can you go back to my guard? Just try to pass again. You don't have to tell them that you're working on this head and arm condition. Because you can find it. You can do head and arm in the guard, do when they get to half guard, do when they get to crossbody, and then pretty soon you're not the person exploding on the bottom anymore. Yeah. You're just leisurely just hanging out, but it's so much struggle for the other person.
Yeah, you stop getting tapped, you'll stop getting mounted. All those things will happen when you like really start being confident and comfortable with being in that position for sure.
Yeah, when you're confident being defensive. And it's really supposed to be a defensive art.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, you guys, it's Wednesday, Gracie Jiu Jitsu. So just a few tips on how to use the head and arm defense that we put out last week.
Yep.
And so each week we're doing Monday is striking, Wednesday Gracie Jiu Jitsu, Friday is Kali and weaponry, which could be Panatuka. We did empty hand, dirty boxing last Friday.
That's the cool stuff. I love the
It is
bands
the
are
cool
doing.
stuff. It's all cool.
It is. It
Right on, you
is.
guys. And a lot of this has just been put forth because you guys have been asking some really good questions. And really appreciate you guys liking and subscribing to the channel. We're just going to keep this going even after this pandemic wave has passed.
Yep.
We've committed to putting out free content like this every week. So if you like it, give us a thumbs up, hit the little bell notification, and we'll see you next week, Warriors.
Warriors out.